Yo, what's up guys, it's Xrayz and welcome to the top 10 secondary weapons in Call of Duty history. In the last episode of our top 10, I asked you guys to tell me what your favorite shotgun was, and you guys had a lot of really awesome suggestions. Thank you so much. You're going to be on screen. Today's episode is going to cover all about the best secondary weapon that's ever been out in a Call of Duty game. There was a lot of people who suggested a lot of different ones. If yours is not in this top 10, feel free to leave it as a comment down below. What was your favorite OP or just overall best secondary weapon? And he might be featured in the beginning of the next episode. Now with that being said, let's jump straight into our top 10. We don't have a lot of time and I want to get to it fast, quick, and in a hurry. So let's jump straight into our number 10 spot, which is going to be the Ballistic Knives from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And honestly, these guys were really awesome weapons to use. It's not maybe the most OP thing to use as a secondary, but overall it was definitely one of the most fun things to use. Moving on from there, we got our number 9 spot, which is going to be the 5.7 from Black Ops 2. This thing had a ton of ammo, and this one and the TAC 45 were both pistols that everyone liked using. This one was just easy to use, overall had a ton of ammo to use, and a great weapon to use as your secondary if you ever ran out from your primary weapon. Now with that said, let's move on now to our number 8 spot, which is going to be the MP9 from Modern Warfare 3. And honestly, this guy was like an assault rifle in like little tiny pistol, machine pistol form. A lot of people ended up using this one over their primary, especially if you're using a shotgun as a primary weapon. This was a great weapon to use as your secondary, and overall a really awesome secondary to use. Moving on to our number 7 spot now, we have the Akimbo Rock. This was a really awesome set of pistols. They were burst fire. I believe it was the first time that we ever had a burst fire pistol in Call of Duty. And honestly, this was definitely one of those pistols that a lot of people went to. You felt like a badass bursting around with them, and plus they looked really weird for a secondary pistol. Anyways, with that said, let's move on now to our number 6 spot, which is going to be the 44 Magnum from Modern Warfare 3. Pretty much all of the Call of Duties. It has a lot of recoil because it just has a lot of power. A lot of snipers like using as their pistol for secondary. It does a ton of damage, so if they ever miss a shot, they always end up switching to this one. But honestly, it's probably one of the most iconic pistols in real life and in Call of Duty, and it's why it's the number 6 spot. Let's move on now to our number 5 spot, which is going to be the B-23R from Black Ops 2. And honestly, these guys, before their patch, were honestly one of the most OP pistols. Again, the return of that burst fire pistol, and when you had these guys in Akimbo, just like the Rafikas, it was not even a contest. Whenever you pulled these guys out, whoever was on the opposite end was getting taken down. But anyways guys, that was our number 5 spot. Let's move on now to our number 4 spot, which is going to be the Desert Eagle, or as some people like to call it, the Deagles, first coming out in Call of Duty 4, possibly the best version of it in Call of Duty 4, especially when you had that gold camo on it. It was again one of those pistols that made you feel like such a boss because you were taking people out left and right, and on top of that, it felt almost like you had a shotgun in your hand, like it was like a pistol shotgun. It was so weird, so much recoil, so much power. You felt like such a boss using it, and it's why it's the number 4 spot. Moving on now to our number 3 spot, we're going to have the G18 from Modern Warfare 2. The Modern Warfare 3 version I did not like as much. It had a lot of recoil, but the one that was in Modern Warfare 2 did a ton of damage. It was one of the fastest firing pistols in history of Call of Duty, if you just have to go by that. So much fun to use. You just pull down on the trigger, and even though it had a little bit of recoil, whoever was on the opposite end didn't even know what happened. It was over so quick. But anyways, that said, let's move on now to our number 2 spot, which is going to be the Akimbo FMG9s from Modern Warfare 3. A lot of people hated these guys. I hated them. It was such an OP noob weapon to use, and luckily they were nerfed. These guys were better than most of the primary weapons in Modern Warfare 3, and they finally got taken care of. But anyways, guys, that was our number 2 spot. Let's move on to our number 1 spot, which is something that makes all those guys look bad. Spazz 12 from Modern Warfare 2. The fact that you could use a shotgun as a secondary always blew my mind. It was one of the most versatile things in Modern Warfare 2. We're going to say all the shotguns, but above and beyond the Spazz 12. Honestly, you didn't even have to switch your primary when you had this bad boy. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the top 10 secondaries in Call of Duty history. If you enjoyed it, make sure to slap a like and a favorite on the video. It gets it out there, helps my channel grow, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying this series. Please go check out Volt Pub Stomping. They're the ones who supplied this really interesting Chem Strike 360 Chem Strike. Link is down in the description below. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below what you guys want me to cover in next week's top 10. And of course, the last thing, if you guys want to be a part of this, make sure to check out my Twitter. Link is down in the description below. Follow me whenever I do one of these top 10s. You guys are the first ones to know and can be featured in the video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. video. Until next time, make sure to slap a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are new. I'm Xrayz, I'm out. Peace.